Well, between rain showers, I've made this. It's a smaller sort of structure frame on the back of the cockpit to give me an access point in, and so I can get in under the cover and into the boat. It's made using HDPE polythene strips, which I got for free. So that's why I've been able to do this. Don't spend any more money on it. So it's not massive head height, but it's enough to get in and out, hopefully, and hopefully it won't rip apart like the other one did. So better get it covered up before it pours rain on me. Hello everyone. Yeah, so we had another bit of a blow last night, but the cover seemed to hold up reasonably well. The ropes took a bit of a loose in there, and I have to tighten them up, so I'm going to do that now, and then I've decided to try and get on and do a bit of work inside the boat. I'll show you the latest addition to the back of the boat, and let's try and move on from there. This is the back of the boat now, and the ladder up into it, and this is the little structure I made over it, and this is my entry point here. So this is going to work. Untying this. Yeah, I think it'll stay together pretty good. So yeah, so this is me getting up into it. And I mean, so as you can see, I can sit down in the cockpit here and have enough head clearance to that, so it's not cripplingly tight that I have to go bent over and out. So I can actually sit down. So once I get in this far into the cockpit, I can actually sit down here. So it's not too bad at that. Yeah, since the big windstorm Eleanor we had, this shelter and the cover over it has held up for two other storms since. Not just as strong as Eleanor, we're not far off it. So the fact that it survived them, I'm pretty positive it's going to survive for as long as I need it to. Touch wood. So anyway, I've decided to come out here and try and get on with some work actually inside the boat, because I have this feeling of it slipping away from me and time passing by and nothing getting achieved inside. So I'll try and rectify that today, and get the framing that I made up for the galley actually fixed in place, because it's just sitting in there since I cut it out. So going to get on with that and see how we go. Now, as you can see, or actually more to the point, can't see, lighting is a bit of a problem in here with this cover over it compared to the old one. So I'm not going to be messing around trying to do some filming in here while I'm doing this. I'm just going to get on and try and do as much as I can before I actually lose all the light. Yeah, so pretty close. marked out the slot here in the rudder for where the bottom metal part of the rudder goes in. I was going to cut it out now with my brand new saw that I bought, but unfortunately my brand new saw is out in the boat, and the boat is covered over, and it's 8 o'clock in the evening and it's dark and it's pouring rain out there, so I'm not going to go out and start undoing the cover off the boat to get the saw out. So I'm just going to leave this here where it is now for the moment, and tomorrow I'll get the saw out and then have a go cutting this out. Yeah, I've marked it around using this marking gauge, just to give me something that's sort of a definite marking for the slot. I'm going to cut just inside where I have the lines marked on both sides to try and, because I don't want to cut it too wide and weaken it any more than I have to, but at the same time it has to be wide enough for that piece to move in it. It was shimmed out with a couple of shims, so yeah, with that in the centre there's about, I suppose about 4 millimeters either side out to the line. So when I cut that out and then put in the little spacers to give it, you know, something to turn on so it doesn't bind against the wood, that's probably going to be just about right. So I'll just cut out to the inside of those two lines that I've scribed and leave it at that. After I get that done, then I'm going to have a go at shaping this, the rudder. This is the leading edge of the rudder, obviously, where it comes back over the back of the boat. So I'm going to have a go at least as far as where it comes out of the water, shaping this leading edge here to make it a more rounded profile. It's not going to make a massive amount of difference, but it definitely will make some difference planing through the water to how the rudder works and steers the boat, and general overall your resistance through the water. I've looked at quite a few videos on YouTube about rudder design, and the consensus seems to be that if you don't shape it, it's definitely not going to work as well as if you do. So therefore I'm going to have a go at doing that as well. So at least up until where the water line is, I'm going to shape the profile on the leading edge and the rear edge. Brand new handsaw. Hopefully this works out. Right, so I'm going to cut inside the line. And any timber is easy to cut on the end grain, but this seems to be particularly hard to cut. Yeah, it's also getting pretty dusty. I think it'd be as dusty cutting with a hand, so I think I'll go get my mask. It's not very easy, as to say. Right, well that's it, cut through on both sides. Cut straight through using the handsaw. Now, if you were doing that job every day, I think you'd definitely come up with a better way of doing it. I'm glad I got a brand new saw to do it, because you would have a hope of doing it with an old saw. But it's cut out now. Now I just have to, I'm probably going to drill down here to get a start, and then chisel the rest of it out with a chisel to get across to break this centre section out. So I've drilled a hole down at each end, straight through, and I'm going to chisel out the bits out here to break that out. There we go. I just have to clean out the slot. There it is, side by side with the slot on the original rudder. So you can see it's not too bad at all. Okay, so that's the rudder plate cleaned up. Scraped all the loose stuff off it. Gave it a bit of sanding. That's a bit further along.